Okay, this is going to be a little bit, maybe a kind of funky home video. I was going to call it Artist's Dilemma. This is inspired by me continually bumping into, or almost bumping into, these two paintings that are on the floor, which are, I really like those paintings, and they're sitting here because I'm not sure what to do about them. I don't want to box them yet. I want them to go somewhere. But meanwhile, they're in my in between my living and dining room on the floor. So this is my house, not my studio. Here's another painting I had outside for a while. It's called Hawaii. Obviously not in the best place on the floor, but there it is. So I think I'm just going to do a little visit through the dining room since I'm here. Interesting to do this. There's Alonzo Davis's artwork on the wall. One of my paintings. Another one of mine, Julie Dickerson Thompson's amazing artwork. Let's see, there's some more of it. More of my work. So I'm going to just travel through the house a little bit. So these paintings really interest me here. That painting and that one over there, let me go closer to that. This is called The Shell Speaks. I didn't used to like these paintings. I thought they were too brown. I just didn't like them. But now that I sit in my living room and I look at these, and I've really grown to like them a lot. This one is a slightly older, one of those water-based paintings. I think I'll get closer to that because that's really pretty cool. Maybe even closer so the detail can show. Very cool. This was in a couple of shows, one of which was on the Eastern Shore, because Howard and Mary McCoy invited me to be in a show, and they actually, this is looking outside my house, is very cool. They actually came and picked up this work, took it out there, brought it back. This is one of my favorite paintings. It's funny about art. You want people to buy it, but then I heard George Hempel talk once, and he said, don't fall in love. Don't fall too much in love with your artwork. I guess he's speaking as a gallerist, like be ready to sell it at any moment. But I've really kind of fallen in love with this one. It's called Rose Petals in the Sand. So I would be probably loath to let go of that. So I think I'm just gonna wander around here. Since we used to have house concerts in here, it was kind of public, but now it's feeling more private. I guess I'm so used to sharing what's around here. This is Mei Mei Chang's. This is the bathroom. The light's kind of warm in here, but I like this particular painting. I think it's called, what is it called? Something about shells and tide pools. Tide pools sit like silent trapped galaxies. Really poetic title. The light off, it's a little more bluer. This is from the Song of Songs. I guess when you have them in your house hanging, this is Laurie Ann Book's artwork. It's an old piece from pretty much around from my master's thesis, a little bit after that. It's called Out of the Frying Pan Up to the Fire. Okay, bathroom. Gonna walk out of here, and I think I'm gonna go into, this is gonna be a long video, past my self-portrait that I did maybe 1970. It's big. There it is. You can see Carl's music room in the background. And this painting, I think I'll go up to that one. Let's see if we can get it in focus. I think it will go into focus as I get closer, I hope. It's not though. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, can't remember the title of this. It's also based on sand. Things you see on the sand. It's pretty evocative and layered in there. Okay, let's see. This is almost 5 minutes long already. I think I'm just going to move right into your room, Car. So the music room looks really clean, different now that we're not having people in here all the time. Actually, it's a workroom and a live stream room and a gallery. And what do I want to show here? Just a range of what's in this room. Changes sometimes, even now, even though we're not changing people in here so often. Hardly. I think I'll just do a thing like this. You go around and around and around. Round and round and round. The VCCA painting. Okay, I think I'll stop there. Okay, I'm going to continue. Now we're at 3 seconds. This is the Guardian. Definitely a Guardian. We have some interesting artwork here from my past. I think I'll move this from when I was making things that looked like the feeling under my skin. That was around 1990. Let's see. These are all pretty much almost all encaustic paintings. This one's inspired by, it's called Pahoa because it's inspired by a spot in Hawaii that later was covered when there was a volcano shortly after we visited. That is one of the Birth of Abraham paintings, not encaustic, but based on a really interesting story from the Old Testament. Not from the Old Testament, actually. It's a folk tale that was written or developed around the time of the Old Testament. That's one of the Presence of Spirit. I think it's called Circles on the Land, something like that. I dreamed of circles on the earth, and I did dream of making circles. Sand was coming out of my hands in that dream, and I made circles on the earth. Pretty magical. I think I'll go back to that. I painted that at VCCA, probably 1992, probably 1992. This is Choral Symphony. I think we need the detail on that. I made I think about a 1 minute video of this with Carl playing a Brahms piece, because I really wanted Brahms kind of rolling, I think of it as rolling thunder, but a rolling music to go with that piece. Okay, let's go over here. That's a painting called Red. I'm going to back up a little bit. That's one of the ladders from, I guess, the Spirit Ladder series. Let's see. Can't remember the name of this painting, or whether I ever named it. It's really big. And I'm really glad we still have one of these big paintings, because we use it really well for backgrounds when Carl does performance, either on the porch or live stream. This is one of the big bear paintings. It's big for me. It's 24 by 24 for my work. A lot of artists' work. Some people smaller, some much bigger, but 24 by 24 is kind of big for me. Okay. Just going to go around some more Presence of Spirit. Just more of this room as a workroom. I'll just spin around. I kind of miss the crowds in here, but it's interesting to just be in our house without crowds.